The Radio Memories Network is brought to you in part by Liberated Syndication, podcast publishing made easy, libsyn.com. That's libsyn.com.
Continuing America's love affair with comedy and those lovable characters that made us laugh. We now go back to the early days of radio comedy and our imaginations with our featured comedy presentation.
Let's sit back and enjoy this week's episode of Archie Andrews.
Hello?
Hello, Jughead. This is Archie. Come over right away. It's a matter of life or death.
Oh, relax, Archie. Relax.
Yes, and you relax too, folks, if you can, because here he is again, right out of the pages of Archie Comics magazine with all his gang. Well, it's Saturday afternoon as we look in on the Andrews home in Riverdale. We find Mr. Andrews seated in the living room, happily reading his paper.
She came to
Hi, Dad.
huh? Oh, hello, son. Hello, son.
Dad, could I have the comics, please?
The what? Oh, comics. No, Archie, you certainly may not.
Gee whiz. Well, how about the sports section, huh? Sports section.
No, Archie, no. You cannot have the sports section or the comic section or any other section. I'm reading this paper, and you can't have any of it. Now, is that clear?
Gee whiz, yes, Dad.
Yes. Archie, for Pete's sakes, what are you doing down there on the floor?
I thought I might be able to see the front page from down here.
Oh, good grief, Archie, get up off the floor.
Yes, Dad.
Haven't you anything better to do than heckle me while I'm trying to read this paper? Why don't you call up Veronica?
I have nothing to talk to her about.
Well, there must be something you can do. Some place you'd like to go.
Well, I would like to go to the movies.
Fine. Here's $1. Go ahead. Go to the movies. Stay and see it twice.
Oh, gee whiz, thanks, Dad. I will. Thanks a million. See you later, Dad.
Yes. Oh, boy, can really annoy.
Are you busy right now?
Oh, me. What is it, dear?
Run next door and borrow 2 onions. I need them for dinner.
But Mary, it's a long time until dinner.
I know it, but just do what I say.
I want to go and get... all right, Mary. All right, I'll go. But I don't know why you have to borrow things all the time. Yes, 2 onions for dinner.
That man can really be... Oh, now, who can that be? Hello?
Mrs. Andrews?
Yes?
This is Genevieve Lodge.
Well, Mrs. Lodge, hello.
Yes. Mrs. Andrews, I wanted to talk to you about the Red Cross. As you know, the Red Cross Fund is conducting its drive all this month.
Yes?
And they do such wonderful work. Their service to veterans, and to the armed forces, and to communities in time of disaster, and so on. And so
Of
forth.
course, Mrs. Lodge. Everyone knows the wonderful work of the Red Cross.
Well, tonight I'm giving a big party for the benefit of the Red Cross.
A party?
Yes, with refreshments and hors d'oeuvres and everything, and I'm charging admission with all the money to go to the Red Cross.
Well, that's a wonderful idea, Mrs. Lodge.
Yes, isn't it? But I do so want it to be a glorious success, and I was wondering whether your husband would perform tonight.
Perform?
Yes, he tells such wonderfully funny stories, and I'd love it to tell them tonight.
Oh, I see. Why, of course, Fred will be glad to.
How wonderful, my dear. Simply wonderful. Thank you so much. I'll see you tonight.
We'll be there.
Bye.
Goodbye. Oh, dear. I hope Fred doesn't mind. Maybe I should...
Here are your onions.
Oh, thank you, dear. But, Fred, Mrs. Lodge just called.
Mrs. What about it?
Well, she's giving a benefit party for the Red Cross tonight.
Oh, you didn't say we'd go, did you?
Fred, that's no way to talk.
Now, Mary, I have nothing against the Red Cross. In fact, I have already given them one contribution, and I'm going to send them another check before the month is over. But those parties of Mrs. Lodge's,
Now,
a
Fred,
bunch
I
of stuffy people and stale hors d'oeuvre that no one can eat.
Yes, but dear,
and that Mrs. Lodge just fawning all over everybody. Oh, my dear. Yes, my dear. How are you, my darling? Mary, I am not going to that party.
But, Fred, she asked if you would tell your joke.
I don't care what she... Tell my jokes? Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well, Mary, there's nothing I'd rather do than go to Mrs. Lodge's party tonight. Dear, I've finally got my routine all set for the party. Would you listen to it, dear? I want to get your reaction to the...
Why, of course, dear. Go right ahead.
Yes. Well, I thought I would begin by...
Well, go on. Go on, I'm listening.
Oh, all right, dear. I thought you were busy. I thought I would begin...
Well... Go ahead.
Mary, I would go ahead if you would stop chopping those confounded onions for just 1 minute.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. Go ahead. You have my undivided attention.
All right, dear. All right. Now, tonight at that party, I'll make a few introductory remarks, and then I'll lead into my first joke.
Yes?
I'll say, that reminds me of a funny story.
Oh, what reminds you of a funny story?
Something I will have said in the introduction, Mary.
Well, go ahead, dear.
All right. Now, I'll say, that reminds me of a funny story. A story of an old maid who finally married an X-ray specialist because he
was the only one who ever saw anything in her.
Anything in her. Mary, what did you say?
I said because he was the only one who ever saw anything in her.
But I was going to say that, Mary. That's my... Mary, don't ever do that when someone's trying to tell a joke. It upsets people. It frustrates them, confuses them.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear.
But half the nervous people in this country got that way just from not being allowed to tell the last lines of jokes.
I said I'm sorry, dear. I won't interrupt again.
Terrible thing. All right, dear, all right. So just see that you don't. Not nice. Now, after I tell this joke about the X-ray specialist, then I have a very funny story about the lightning bug who got caught in the lawnmower.
Oh, that must be a new one, dear. How does it go?
Well, first of all, I say, do you know what the lightning bug said when he got caught in the lawnmower? No? Well, he said, the lightning bug said, No.
Oh, Fred, go ahead. What did the lightning bug say?
Well, the lightning bug said when he got... Oh, great. I can't tell jokes with that going on. Is that Archie back from that movie already?
Well, he must be.
Archie! Archie!
Calling me, Dad?
Yes, come in here.
Okay, Dad. About up north. Well, see me no more. When I go to that
stop
water...
that infernal singing.
Oh, gee, Dad, that's just how the guy did it in the picture. He said, Swanee, how I love you,
I do not care how the guy did it in the picture. Be quiet.
Well, gee, I'm sorry, Dad.
Fred, the boy was only singing.
I know that, and I have no objections to singing as such. But, Archie, you never think of anyone but yourself. You come in here singing at the top of your lungs with no thought of whether somebody might be busy or sick or dying, for that matter. Gee, I love you, how I love you, my dear. Oh, just terrible.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Well, hereafter, show a little consideration for others.
Yes, Dad.
You are not a child anymore.
Yes, Dad, I know.
So if you expect to... Archie, are you crying?
Well, yes, Dad, but it doesn't matter. It's only...
Fred, you see? I told you you're too harsh with a boy.
Mary, I didn't. What did I say to make him cry?
But
Well, he's crying, isn't he?
But, Mom,
Fred, I think you should absolutely apologize to the boy.
Apologize? Well, all right, Mary, I will. Archie, son, I'm sorry. Well, will you accept your poor old dad's apology?
I accept your apology, Dad.
Fine. Then what in tarnation are you still crying about? I said I'm sorry.
Well, that's just it, Dad. I wasn't crying because of anything you said. There must be onions around here someplace.
Oh, for pity's sake. I've been chopping onions in this bowl. Is that what's making you cry?
Sure, Mom. You know how sensitive I am to onions.
Great. Mary, I told you that I did not say anything to make that boy cry.
Fred, I'm sorry.
Sure, I feel fine.
Oh, yes, you sound fine. Look, if you can't stand onions, go into the other room, Archie, but just be quiet.
Okay, Dad, I'm going. I sure can't stand those onions.
Well, certainly glad that's over. Well, Mary, perhaps now I can tell you what the lightning bug said when he got caught in the lawnmower.
Well, yes, Fred. Go right ahead.
Well, when the lightning bug got caught in the lawnmower, he said, delighted no end.
Fred, that's very funny. Very, very funny.
Mary, are you crying at my joke?
No, Fred, your joke is all right. I guess these onions are getting me, too.
Oh, fine. Well, I guess I'll go someplace else and rehearse. Even Jack Benny couldn't be funny around here.
Boy, this fresh air sure feels good. Funny thing how I just get near an onion and I go all to pieces. I wonder...
Hi, Archie.
She was Jughead.
What'd you expect? Uncle Remus?
Gee, Jug, I wish you'd been here a little while ago. I just saw a swell picture all about Al Jolson.
Oh, I heard that was pretty good.
Yeah, but I can do as good as that guy, I bet you.
Oh, sure.
Better, in fact. You want to hear me?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay, listen to this. Mommy, my little mommy, the sun shines east, the sun shines west, but I've got to learn where the sun shines best. Mommy, Jughead!
Huh?
Who is singing this anyway?
I just joined in a little.
Well, don't. I'm trying to show you how I would do that song.
Okay.
All right, now I'll try another one. Now listen. Swanee, now I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world to thee, and Jughead.
Huh?
Jughead, just what do you think you're doing?
Singing.
Jug, it so happens that I'm trying to show you how I can imitate Larry Parks imitating Al Jolson.
Well, I'm just imitating Archie Andrews, imitating Larry Parks, imitating Al Jolson.
I know it. But can't you even keep quiet for just a minute?
Why? I like to sing.
Jug, you can sing all you want to, but right now I
You just
want...
said I should keep quiet.
Well, that doesn't mean you
Well,
can't
how can
sing.
I keep quiet and still sing?
But if you didn't talk so much,
Who
I'd explain you.
talks so
I'm trying to
much?
do a
I'm
little...
the only one that
I'm
talks.
trying to...
Well, you're the
Look,
one
I'm
that
trying to
talks.
imitate Al
What's
Jolson.
the
All
matter?
you have to do is
What
give me
are
a little
you two
chance
arguing
to...
about?
Huh? Oh, hello, Betty. Where did you come from?
I saw you from my house, so I came out. What's the big argument?
Archie told me I couldn't sing.
I did not, Jug. I just asked you to listen to me sing.
Since when can you sing?
I can sing a lot better than you.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, I certainly can. All you have to...
Wait a minute. Since when can either of you sing?
Well, that's just the point, Betty. I just wanted to show Jughead I can imitate Al Jolson as good as anyone.
You, Archie?
Sure, you want to hear me?
Well, I should know better, but go ahead.
Okay, listen. There's a rainbow round my shoulder, and a sky of blue above. Now the sun shines bright, the world's all right, 'cause I'm in love. There, Betty, how did you like that?
Oh, golly, Archie, that was awfully nice. Did you mean it?
Mean what?
The song. The part about your being in love.
Oh, never mind what the song said. What about my imitation of Al Jolson? Did you...
Oh, boy, there's Veronica.
Hi, Jack. Hi, Betty. Hi, Veronica.
Hi.
Hello, Archie. Hi, y'all. Archie-kin. I'm looking forward to our date tonight, Archie.
Well...
Even if you are wasting your time with Betty right now. Wasting his time? Wasting it... Well, if you're so smart, Miss Lodge, it just happens that Archie has been serenading me.
What?
Archie? Yes, he just sang me a love song.
But I was just...
Didn't he, Jughead?
Oh, sure.
Archie, is this true?
Oh, well, I was...
Of course it's true.
It sure is.
Well, I like that.
Oh, Veronica, you don't understand. I
He
can
sang,
expl-
the sun shines bright, the world's all right, 'cause I'm in love. Right to me, so there. Archie, did you?
He sure did.
Jug, be quiet. Veronica, I can
I'm
explain.
not the least bit interested in your explanations, Archie Andrews. If you're going to sail around on the street serenading every girl you meet, you can just go out with someone else tonight.
But Veronica...
Goodbye, Mr. Ray.
But Veronica, wait, Veronica! Oh, Veronica! Gee whiz.
Gee, she was pretty sore.
Oh, golly, Archie, I'm awfully sorry. I didn't mean to spoil your whole evening for you.
Oh, no, Betty, you didn't spoil my evening. Not at all. I've been looking forward to playing gin rummy with Jughead for a long time.
Fred, you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be, dear. Well, is Archie going with us?
Well, I don't think so, dear. This morning he said he had a date with Veronica for tonight.
Veronica? Why, isn't she going to be at her own mother's party?
Evidently not. Well, let's go, dear.
All right, Mary. You know, something tells me we're going to have a very enjoyable evening at the lodges.
Mr. and Mrs. Andrews, so glad you got here.
Hello, Mrs. Lodge.
Are we terribly late? Oh, no, not at all. Dear Mrs. Hastings is playing. Come in and sit down. Right.
Oh, Mary, good grief, listen to that.
Fred, be quiet. I'll sit right there, Mrs. Andrews. Oh, thank you. You sit there, Miss Andrews?
Thank you.
Yes.
I didn't say anything, dear.
Well, stop fidgeting.
Thank heaven for that. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I thought that you... I thought it was... Well, I am, dear.
Lovely, simply lovely. Grand applaud.
Why? Lovely. It was wonderful. Mary, don't overdo it. She's liable to play an encore.
Miss Hastings, dear girl, that was delightful. Simply delightful. Yes, indeed. Now, everyone. Now, on behalf of the Red Cross, for whom this gathering is being held, I thank you. And now, pardon me a moment. I see what our next bit of entertainment will be.
Fred, she's coming over here.
Oh, yes. Oh, and Mr. Andrews.
Mrs. Lodge, that was a very lovely number. Very lovely, yes, lovely.
Oh,
Lovely.
I've heard better.
Mother. Oh, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Andrews.
Hello, dear.
Hello, Veronica.
Mother, some of the guests are leaving.
Oh, my goodness, I was afraid of that. Mr. Andrews, do something before this party dies on its feet.
Yes, of course.
My goodness, if any more people leave, we won't get any money at all for the Red Cross. Please tell your jokes.
All right, Mrs. Lodge, I'll do my best.
Oh, fine. Well, I'll introduce you before it's too late.
Thank you.
Quiet! Quiet, everyone! Quiet! Now, dear friends, our next bit of entertainment will come from a man you all know well. A man who has deservedly won a reputation for his quick wit and sense of humor. And who will now tell us some of his amusing stories. Mr. Fred Andrews.
Good luck, dear.
Thank you, dear. Thank you, Mrs. Lodge, for that very flattering introduction. You read it just the way I wrote it. For a while there, I thought you weren't going to introduce me at all. I thought I was going to be a wallflower tonight. Yeah, which reminds me of a very funny story that I just heard about an old maid who had tried to find a husband for many years. Well, finally she succeeded in getting someone to marry her, an X-ray specialist. It seems that he was the only... It seems that this X-ray specialist was the only one who could see.
Mr. Andrews, forgive me for interrupting you, but we can't hear you very well with that horrible noise.
I'm not surprised. I can't hear myself.
What on earth can it be? Well, I've no idea.
Well, it seems to have stopped now.
Yes, it has stopped. Continue, Mr. Andrews. I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. Well, this X-ray...
Oh, good heavens, there it goes again.
Mary, can that be...
It's out in the garden. Fred, I don't know. I never heard anything like that.
Well, I did just today.
Fred, where are you going?
To put a stop to that racket. Archie! Archie!
No. Huh? Somebody called me?
I certainly did. Archie, you come in here.
Gee whiz, is that you, Dad?
Yes, it certainly is, young man.
Gee, Dad, what are you doing here? I was... Oh, gee. Hello, everybody.
Hello, young man.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, for Pete's sakes, Jughead.
Who'd you expect? Enrico Caruso?
Forsyth, be quiet. Archie, just what were you doing out in the garden?
Well, gee, Mrs. Lodge, I didn't know you were having a party.
Well, we were, till you started that noise.
Gee, I'm sorry,
Mother, dear, that wasn't noise. That was singing.
What?
Oh, yes, Mother. Archie is quite a singer. In fact, you ought to have him sing for the party.
Yeah, the what?
Oh, but I couldn't...
Sing? Say, Archie, do you sing?
Who, me? Oh, no, Mrs. Lodge.
Archie, I insist. Mother, you've never heard anything like it.
Oh, but
I was just telling my
Veronica,
story.
dear, that's a wonderful idea. A little popular music is just what we need to liven things up.
But, Mrs. Lodge, what about my jokes?
A little later, Mr.
Yes,
Andrews.
but-
Not right now. Mrs. Hastings. Mrs. Hastings, dear girl, would you...
Archie, you and I are going to have a long, long talk.
Gee, Dad, how did I know this would happen?
Now, what are you going to sing, Archie?
Well, since this is for the Red Cross, I think an appropriate tune would be Sonny Boy.
Oh.
It wasn't in the picture, Mrs. Lodge, but it's Al Jolson's greatest song.
Oh, well, now that's fine. Now, Mrs. Hastings, do you...
Archie, you are going to make a fool of yourself?
Fred, it's too late now.
Now, everyone. Archie Andrews will now sing Sonny Boy. Archie, just stand right near that table there.
All right, Mrs. Lodge. Ready when you are, Mrs. Hastings. Climb upon my knee, sonny boy. You are only 3, sonny boy. You've no way of knowing, there's no way of showing what you mean to me, sonny boy. When there are gray skies I don't mind those gray skies. You make them blue, sunny boy. All friends may forsake me. Let them all forsake me. You'll pull me through, sunny boy. You're sent from heaven, and I know your worth. You've made a heaven for me, right here on earth, and then the angels grew lonely. They took you 'cause they were so lonely. Now I'm lonely too. Sunny boys.
My goodness, that was wonderful, wonderful. Now, Archie, you were superb. Such emotion.
Archie, you were sensational. So moving.
Darling, you were great.
Yes, son, you were terrific.
Oh, it wasn't anything.
And Archie, I apologize for thinking you couldn't sing. You deserve a great big kiss.
I apologize, too, son. You were fine.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, dear.
Thanks, Mom.
Now, excuse me a moment, Archie. This is the psychological moment to take up another Red Cross collection. Now, people, I want all of you to show your appreciation.
I had no idea I'd be such a hit.
Well, neither did I, son. Why, you almost had me in tears the way you sang that. Why didn't you tell your mother and me, Archie, about this secret talent?
Talent? Dad, that wasn't talent.
What?
Well, sure, you see that table I was standing next to?
You mean the one with the sandwiches and the hors d'oeuvre?
Sure, Dad. Onions. Remember?
Oh, onions. Onions?
Archie,
You mean
not
those
so loud.
onions on the
Nobody
table
knows
and
about
back
it.
at you
See
were
what
one
happened?
cause all the tears?
So we conclude another chapter of the adventures of Archie Andrews, written by Carl Jampel and based on the copyrighted feature appearing in Archie Comics magazine. Archie is played by Bob Hastings, Jughead by Harlan Stone. This program was directed by Kenneth McGregor. Listen next week for more of the merry adventures of Archie Andrews. This is Bob Sherry wishing you a very pleasant weekend. So long. This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.